So when you think of a fertilizer company, what immediately comes to mind?
Yeah, you probably picture like these vast industrial plants, right? Smokestacks, bulk chemical.
Exactly, that traditional image. Huge bags of stuff.
Hmm.
A predictable kind of business, almost.
Mm-hmm.
But what if I told you that this company we're looking at today, while, yeah, it does fit that description,
Mm-hmm.
it's also quietly doing some pretty groundbreaking stuff.
Things you might not expect.
Right, pivoting in ways that could, genuinely change things in agriculture is not what you'd maybe anticipate from an older industrial player.
Precisely, and that's often where the real insight is, isn't it? Finding those innovative pockets beneath the surface of the usual financial reports, understanding what they mean long term.
That's exactly what we're going to try and do in this deep dive. Today we're unpacking Chambal Fertilizers and Chemicals Limited.
Yeah.
We're looking at their Q1 FY26 results just released and the investor presentation that came with them. Our mission, really, is to get past just the headline figures. We want to uncover the key insights, maybe some surprising growth areas, and the bigger strategic moves they're making.
Give you a quick but hopefully thorough sense of where they stand now and maybe where they're heading.
To do that, we've dug into their official financials, the standalone and the consolidated ones. That gives us the hard data.
The numbers, yeah. And crucially, we've also spent time with their investor presentation. That's where you get the management's angle, their priorities, the stories behind the numbers.
Okay, so let's jump right into the Q1 FY26 performance. This covers the quarter ending June 30th, 2025.
Okay.
Looking at the standalone results first, Chambal had a really strong quarter. Revenue from operations, big jump.
How big?
Almost 15% year over year. So think just under 5,000 crore last year, now nearly 5,700 crore.
Wow, okay. That's substantial.
And the profit, same story. Profit for the period surged over 15% too. Basic earnings per share, EPS, climbed right alongside it.
So strong growth in their main operations, clearly. And it's worth mentioning, the consolidated results, including subsidiaries, the JV, they show a similar positive trend.
Right. Consolidated profit up significantly, EPS following suit.
Yeah. And the auditors, Pricewaterhouse, did a limited review. It's not a full audit, but it gives that moderate level of assurance on the figures.
Okay, so on the surface, impressive growth, looks good.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets a little bit more nuanced, right? When you start digging into the segments,
Always the way.
you might think, okay, their traditional bulk fertilizer business must be firing on all cylinders. But it's more complex. Their own manufactured fertilizers, that's mainly urea, actually saw volumes and revenue dip a bit.
Oh, interesting. Why was that?
They mentioned an unscheduled stoppage at one of their plants, the G2 plant. So that impacted production.
Okay, that makes sense. But the overall numbers were still up strongly, so something else must have really performed.
Exactly. And this is where that investor presentation adds color. The real star was the complex fertilizer segment, phosphatic and potassic P&K fertilizers.
Right.
Revenue there, it pretty much doubled compared to last year's Q1. Phenomenal surge.
Doubled. Wow. What drove that?
No, higher volumes, definitely.
Yeah.
But also, critically, they point to supportive Department of Fertilizer policies and timely subsidy payments for the government.
Ah, okay. Government support playing a big role there. We saw that before, didn't we? I think Q1 FY24 had an extra subsidy mention.
That's right, yeah. It shows how policy can really swing things in this sector.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for me, what's maybe even more compelling are the sort of sunrise categories, the stuff beyond traditional bulk fertilizers.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Specifically, their crop protection chemicals, CPC, specialty nutrients, SN, and seed segment. This looks like a major growth engine they're building.
Okay. How is that performing?
Really impressive year-over-year growth, revenue up by nearly a third, contribution showing strong gains too.
A third? That's significant diversification. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does this shift towards higher value specialized products mean for a company known for commodities?
Exactly. And it's not just sales figures. They're being really proactive with product development.
Like what?
Get this. The presentation says they launched 13 new crop protection products just in Q1.
13 in one quarter.
Yeah, and they're planning 18 for the whole year. Plus, 4 new specialty nutrient products are coming in Q2. Their R&D is clearly buzzing. Very ambitious pipeline.
That is ambitious. And within that segment, are there any specific areas standing out?
Biologicals.
Definitely. From a sustainable angle.
Big time. They reported 52% volume growth and an 80% revenue increase year over year just in biologicals.
80% revenue growth. That's huge.
It is. They launched a product called Utam-Pranam, a bio-nanophosphorus, back in June 2024,
Oh,
apparently showing promising results already.
interesting name.
And there's more coming. A new version of something called Superhesima, a biofungicide, a bionematicide. It's a clear strategic push into more sustainable inputs.
Makes sense. That's where a lot of the innovation is heading in agriculture.
And alongside that, they've also dipped their toes into the seeds business. Relatively new for them.
Seeds as well, so really broadening out.
Yeah. Launched 2 hybrid varieties in Q1, Bajra and maize. 2 more planned. It's all about diversifying their offerings, moving beyond just fertilizer.
That push into biologicals and seeds, it feels like a smart long-term play, moving away from being just a commodity producer.
And that long-term view isn't just about products. Look at their infrastructure investments. That technical ammonium nitrate project, TAN.
Right, the big one. How's that progressing?
It's getting there, but 80% physically complete now. They've spent over 900 crore on it already, out of a total cost around 1,645 crore.
And the capacity.
Aiming for 2.4 lakh metric tons per year. They've hit some key construction milestones too. Prilling tower, absorption tower erection done. It's a major strategic bet for their future.
Definitely. And besides building their own stuff, are they collaborating?
They are. This is fascinating, actually. They've set up a Center of Excellence for Advanced and Sustainable Agriculture Solutions with TIRA, the Energy and Resources Institute.
Oh, with TIRA, that's a reputable partner.
Yeah, and they inaugurated a crop protection lab there just in June. Get this ambition. The goal is to develop 5 biological crop protection patented products over 5 years.
5 patented biologicals. Okay, that's serious R&D commitment. It really ties into that biologicals push you mentioned. How will that ecosystem boost their portfolio? That's the key question.
For sure. And it's not just domestic either. Their joint venture in Morocco, Indo-Morocco Phosphor, IMACID, is performing well.
So maintaining that global reach.
Yep. But they're also trimming where needed. They dissolved their U.S. subsidiary, ISGN Corporation, just this July. So a dynamic approach, pruning and nurturing.
Makes sense. Okay, so strategy, products, JVs, but how do they connect with the end user, the farmer? That relationship is crucial.
Absolutely critical. And they seem very focused on it, going beyond just selling.
How so?
They have this Seed to Harvest initiative, basically demonstrations showing how new molecules and product combinations work, raising awareness.
Practical stuff.
Yeah. And Udam Krishi Pathshala is a webinar series teaching farming practices using social media.
Digital outreach.
Exactly. Plus a mobile app, Chambal Udam Connect. Over 30,000 farmers registered in Q1 alone.
Wow, good uptake.
And then there's the Hello Udam Experts call center. 5 locations giving real-time advice on dosage, weeds, pests, you name it.
That kind of direct support is invaluable for farmers, builds loyalty, and helps them use products effectively. Better for sustainability, too, ultimately.
Totally. So putting it all together, what does this mean beyond just the P&L statement? Let's touch on their CSR, corporate social responsibility.
Right, the investor presentation details that, too.
Yeah, and why should you, the listener, care? Because these aren't just side projects. They give you a real insight into their commitment to sustainability, community well-being. It affects their long-term social license to operate their brand.
It's part of the bigger picture. What are some examples?
Okay, so Project Akshar Education. They're seeing amazing results in adopted government schools. Like 97% pass rate for class 10th, 100% for class 12th.
That's impressive.
One student, Anushka Nagar, scored 99.2%, ranked 3rd in Rajasthan. That's real impact. And Project Saksham Skill Development.
Employability.
Exactly. Placing hundreds of students from technical institutes, trainees from their own skill center getting jobs, some even starting businesses.
That's great community investment. What about environment?
Project Bhumi. This links directly back to their core business promoting regenerative agriculture. They've got demo plots in Haryana and Punjab for direct seeded rice.
Practical sustainability in action.
Yeah, plus solid waste management in villages. It shows they're investing in the whole ecosystem they work in. That's crucial long term.
It really is. That holistic approach paints a much fuller picture of their strategy and impact beyond just fertilizer.
So let's try and wrap this up. Our deep dive into Chambal Fertilizers. What have we found?
Well, a company showing, I'd say, real resilience. Strategic growth, especially in these newer segments, even with challenges in the traditional urea side.
Yeah, it's not just the financials. It's the clear push for innovation, making use of government support, yes, but also this really strong integrated commitment to community and sustainability.
It positions them as more than just a fertilizer maker. They're actively shaping the agricultural ecosystem, supporting communities.
So what's the final thought here? What does this all mean for agriculture, for industry?
Hmm.
Well, our look at Chambal shows this maybe paradox.
Mm-hmm.
A company rooted in a traditional commodity business,
Yeah.
but it's strategically pivoting hard into high-growth, innovative, sustainable solutions.
Right.
Maybe the core insight is this. For these traditional sectors, resilience now really depends on diversification. And, crucially, a genuine commitment to social and environmental impact. It's not just nice to have anymore.
It's becoming essential, a blueprint, maybe, for other big players in developing economies trying to navigate modern industry.
Could be. It's definitely something to mull over. How a company balances tradition with transformation.